Hi, welcome to Baked with Nikki. It's our second one. I mean, it's been over a year, so it's been a while. So we're gonna give this a shot today. We're gonna be making cookies and cream, and we're gonna be using Nanowave to do that. So there's different variations you can make this. I make it with, my kids like it with vanilla pudding and vanilla Oreos, or vanilla pudding and chocolate Oreos, but you can make it with all different. If you want banana and peanut butter Oreos, you can make whatever you want that way. But first we start with I take a big package of Jell-O. You can do it in sugar-free or regular, or you can do the cook and serve, but I'm lazy and do the instant. So we dump the contents of this lovely bag into here. Should get all the goody good stuff out of there. Pull my hair up real fast so we don't get it in here. And then you make the pudding according to the pudding recipes, which in this case is 3 cups of milk. You can use whatever milk you like. My understanding is if you use soy milk though, it won't set or gel. So I would avoid that if you actually don't want soupy pudding. So we add our 3 cups of milk. I think this is more fun when I have other people entertaining me here. And then you use a whisk, mix the pudding up. Really, really complicated stuff here. Yeah. So after we got the pudding all mixed up, then you take your 8-ounce thing of whipped cream. Whipped cream comes in different flavors too, as well as a sugar-free and a reduced fat. I use the reduced fat one because I like the flavor of it better. You can make it extra creamy if you like. You use the spatula to get all the whipped cream out of the container and put it into the bowl with the pudding. The whisk is in my way. I'm gonna need this later, so. And then you whisk in the whipped cream into the pudding and mix it in really well so it's nice and homogenized. You're mixing and mixing, and it should change from the yellowish color into a lighter pale yellow as you get it mixed in. If it still looks really white, you still need to keep mixing the whipped cream in, depending on the pudding that you're using. If you're using chocolate pudding, of course, it's going to turn into like a mousse. Then once we've got this all mixed and homogenized and it looks good, we can add the Nanowave in at this point. You could add it in previously, but this is the point I like to add in. So I just kind of sprinkle it in here. I'm using 200 milligrams, so 2 things of Nanowave. And this makes about 6 to 8 servings, depending on how much someone actually wants to eat of it. And this should make about a 25 milligram per serving dosage. So you want to make sure you get this mixed in really well so there's not any of the lumpy, bumpy powder. And so we have pretty much of an even mixture because you don't want somebody getting the whole hot spot and nobody else getting anything. I mean, somebody will be a lot of fun, but somebody else might be a little upset. Okay, and after we get that mixed in, then this is where it comes to whatever cookies you want to use. I'm using chocolate Oreo double stuff because I like more of the goo and less of the cookie. But if you like more cookie, use the other ones. If you like more goo, use the mega stuffed ones. Like I said, there's numerous flavors of Oreos out there in the world now. So you can make whatever you feel like having. And then I put them in a gallon-sized Ziploc bag, and I lay them out here. There's really no rhyme or reason. It's how much of a cookie you feel like. I just fill the whole dang bag up. All right, so then once you get all your cookies in here that you desire, I'm gonna put a few more just for fun here because I have room. Make sure they're all laying flat. Move this out of the way here. So all the cookies are flat, and if you don't have a handy-dandy kitchen hammer, I suggest everyone get one. If not, anything will work, a meat tenderizer, screwdriver, scissors, whatever you can find that's hard enough. And then take your aggressions out for the day on the Oreos. But try not to hit your cabinet because that may not be a good idea later for your cabinet. It's therapy and food. Make sure they're as mushy as you like them. I flip it over to make sure I got everything on the other side, just in case I wasn't angry enough on the first side. All right, so now we have the cookies all nice and crumbly. Then you go back to your bowl of putting whipped cream Nanowave, and then you add in this lovely mixture. I suggest adding some at a time, how much ever you feel like mixing, because then you have to use the whisk to get it all down in the goo. And then you can continue adding the bag. If you like to top it, there's different ways. You can either top it or not. If you want to top it with Oreo pieces, then save some to put on top. Or if you like that many cookies, you can just crush some more up and put on top. Oh, if you wanted to use vanilla wafers or whatever your heart desires, Nutella, not Nutella, there's Nutter Butters. Yeah, I mean, you can do whatever you want in here. It's just whatever. It's just something simple. It's easy. You can make it without Nanowave. But what's the fun in that right now? The kids aren't here. So, and then once you have this all mixed and mixed and mixed, you can put it in whatever bowl you want. Sometimes I leave it in the bowl, but other times I shouldn't lick that off my hands and wash my hands now. I'm using a tin pan because this is not staying at my house because the kids will think it's for them, and that's not what's happening today. So then you just put it into the pan that you choose. Finish scraping everything into the bowl. I mean, whatever it is you don't want to eat when no one's looking. And then I spread it all out nice and evenly. And voila, you have Nanowave cookies and cream. And then you can put more topping on if you like. Putting the whipped cream all over my hands now. So there's the two methods. You can have crumbles on top if you like. You can leave it plain like that. And then you take it from here and you refrigerate it. I mean, it's set up now and can be eaten, but it depends on how soft you want the cookies. The longer you leave it in the refrigerator, the softer the cookies will get. And then when it gets done, then you have a completed. I made this one with the vanilla one for the kids. It doesn't have Nanowave in it, so this is why it's in this. But those are your options. The world is your palette when it comes to Oreos and pudding right now. So whatever you would like, make it, enjoy it, use some Nanowave. Thanks for tuning in.